Like me?
Whoa, you scared me.
Staring at your ice prints and daydreaming again? It's been 2 weeks. That photo's practically got a hole burnt through it.
What? No, I was just checking next month's roster, seeing if I got the early shift. Yep, the roster.
Please, you think the whole crew hasn't noticed? But as your shift lead, I'm telling you, don't go too deep with this one. The name Valeri is not as simple as it looks.
Psst. I really don't, Lena. He's just impressive, that's all. 3 years, 0 incidents. I only admire him as a senior colleague out of professional respect. Yeah, he's like a star up there. How could I ever reach someone like that? Same boring people every single day. Maybe it's time to just give up.
I've seen you, St. Parcus. You watch me from the platform.
No way. St. Parcus? Who is this? Is someone messing with me?
The Red Door pub near King's Cross. Come meet me.
It's really him. Marco Valeri. How is this even possible?
Good evening, sir. What can I get for you?
He'll have what I'm having. Very good, sir. Whiskey's on the rocks.
You knew who I was this whole time? That profile? And was that really you?
Whenever you're assigned to car 6, you always stand by the third door. You lean against the door frame and stare out at the platform. Every time I pull into the station, if I turn my head just slightly, there you are. Every single time.
He knew the whole time. He noticed where I stood, the way I leaned. Everything. I thought I was invisible, hiding in the shadows, stealing glances. All these months, he was watching me too. So why did you wait until now?
Because I thought you'd come to me first. But I've realized, if I don't say something, you'd spend the rest of your life just staring at my photo in the staff lounge.
So, how did you know it was me? My profile is practically blanket. I didn't even put up a photo.
Your profile picture was a cat, a black British shorthand, and your bio said, "I like watching the sunrise from the train."
That could mean anything. Plenty of people like the sunrise. Thousands of people in London watch the sunrise on trains every single day.
Your employee number. The app lets you display your profession. Yours said train attendant, but you also filled in the last 4 digits of your employee ID. You probably figured no one would notice a string of numbers except the scheduling department.
You looked up my employee number?
No, I memorized it. Every time you work car 6, you stand at the 3rd attendant post. The last 4 names of the employee assigned to car 6, post 3, match the numbers you put in your profile. Besides, over the past 6 months, I've only noticed one person foolish enough to stand by the door of car 6 at the exact same time every morning, taking pictures of the sunrise.
He checked my employee number and memorized it, so it wasn't a random match. He saw those digits and then swiped right, on purpose.
Though I have to say, you're much better looking than that cat, and better looking than in that commendation photo in the staff lounge. The one where you're sneaking glances at me.
What did you just say?
I said you're better looking in person, Eliot Walker.
Then why did you wait for 6 months?
Because I don't want to wait anymore.
I'm terribly sorry, gentlemen. We'll be closing shortly.
Let's go.
No, thanks. I'm not cold. You don't have to...
I'll walk you to the tube.
The coldest driver in the entire Eurocrass is walking right next to me. And I'm wearing his scarf. If Lena ever finds out about this, she'll absolutely think I've lost my mind.
Good night, Eliot.
Good night, Marco. This was never a dream. He really was here, and he saw me. He said my name. Oh God, is this real or am I losing my mind in some ridiculous dream? Calm down, Eliot. This isn't a big deal. You can't completely lose your mind just because he gave you a scarf. Marco Valeri, 6 years at Eurostar with an impeccable safety record. He is professional, calm and outstanding. How could someone like him notice me?
Good morning, sir. Today's breakfast menu.
Cheers. Full English breakfast and black tea.
Just a moment, please. 3 days. Not a single message on the app since that night. Was it all just a dream?
Ladies and gentlemen, we have passed Dover and will soon enter the Channel Tunnel.
Coffee. No sugar.
Marco? What is he doing out here? The train's in motion. Shouldn't he be in the driver's cab?
Sorry, just one moment. Coffee, no sugar, right?
Your coffee, Mr. Valeri.
Thank you.
Attendant, could I get a blanket, please?
I have to get back to work. Lena, I'm going to check the forward carriages, see if any passengers need help or if anything needs clearing.
Go ahead, but don't be too long. We need to prepare afternoon tea service soon, and business class is pretty full today.
The way he looks when he's focused like that, it's breathtaking.
So, was that a carriage inspection, or did you run a lap on the roof? Why is your face so red?
No reason. The AC in the forward carriage must be cranked up too high. It's just a little warm.
Warm? It's November. The AC is set to 22 Celsius across the entire train. I can fry an egg on your face.
It really is just the heat. I'll go prep the afternoon tea service.
That hopeless boy. Does he think the rest of us are blind? Looks like that frozen iceberg Valeri is finally melting.
South exit of the station. There's a cafe with a blue awning to the left. Come.
Lena, I'm going to grab a bite and get some fresh air. I'll be back soon.
Go on then. Just don't wander too far. And don't eat anything too sweet. Watch your waistline.
Sit.
Monsieur, que désirez-vous?
Un chocolat chaud pour lui. Et un croissant.
Très bien. Un instant, s'il vous plaît.
How did you know I like hot chocolate?
Every morning in the staff canteen, you have black coffee with 3 sugar packets. I figured you have a sweet tooth.
In the driver's cabin. You knocked 3 times. What did that mean?
It means I see you. Why become a train attendant? With your personality, I thought you'd pick a quieter, more stable job.
I didn't finish college. The job is hard, yet well paid. It covers my student loans, and I also get to travel and enjoy different views. Not bad at all. I live alone now, with nothing holding me back. Every place feels the same, just wandering.
Let's go. Eliot, are you afraid of me?
Afraid? No, I'm not afraid.
What is with you today? Did you win the lottery on your little stroll?
Something like that. Better than the lottery.
After staling, car 5.
Car 5 after staling. What is he planning to do?
Eliot, my data checks are all done. What about you? A few of us are heading to the bar around the corner for a drink. You in?
I think I left something on the train. You guys go ahead. I'll head back on my own after I find it.
All right then, don't take too long. Don't stay out too late.
Marco, are you here? Why car 5?
Because when it enters the Channel Tunnel, this carriage is the quietest.
Attention passengers, the last train to Paris is now ready for departure.
Ever since what happened in car 5, Marco started showing up everywhere I was on this train.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have now entered the Channel Tunnel. Our estimated crossing time is, for your comfort, the cabin lights will now be dimmed.
I missed you.
I miss you too.
See you later.
He really seems to love these little moments, and he always knows exactly how to set my heart racing.
Track 2 brake system check complete. Powering down.
You really have no fear of death.
As long as it's with you, I'm not afraid of anything. What are you thinking about?
Are you afraid?
No. I know what Lena told me. I know what the name Valeri means. But I chose you. I won't regret it.
Tu es mon seul salut.
I don't understand French, but I know what you meant to say. What's this? Looks complicated.
Routine manifest. Nothing worth looking at.
Oh, sorry. I wasn't trying to snoop. I just came over to say hi.
It's fine.
Eliot, have you finished checking the roster? The supervisor's looking for you.
Go on. See you at departure.
If only time could stop right here, forever. Who is he on the phone with? Why does he need to slip out onto the balcony at 2 in the morning? That manifest, those strange words. And now this coldness that honestly scares me. Marco, who are you really? This isn't protocol. The attendant manual clearly states all equipment cabinets must remain accessible at all times for emergencies. Who installed a private lock on this one? And what's inside?
Kid, some things are better left unseen and unquestioned.
Oh, I just noticed the lock seemed a bit jammed. I was checking to see if it was broken. Thank you for the advice. Marco, what exactly are you doing on this train, hidden behind that perfect driver act?
Attention à la marche, madame. Passez un agréable séjour à Bruxelles.
Who is that? Why would Marco know someone like him? Marco, what kind of monster is hiding behind you? And what kind of man have I fallen in love with?
It's good.
Thanks.
What's going on with you today? Are you feeling unwell?
I want to ask you something. Last Wednesday, 2 in the morning, that call you took on my balcony, who was it from? Who were you arguing with in French? And the equipment cabinet at the bottom of car 1, why does it have an anti-tampush lock on it? The attendant manual says clearly on no private locks equipment cabinets. What is hidden inside?
Eliot, don't let your imagination run wild.
I'm not imagining it. That day in the office, when you caught me looking at your manifest, do you remember how much you overreacted? You slammed that document down like I'd just seen something I wasn't supposed to see. I'm scared every single day. Scared you'll suddenly stop replying. Scared I'll see you on the news. Scared I'll wake up one morning and you'll just be gone. I thought what we had was different. I thought you'd at least be honest with me.
I told you, my work is complicated.
Work, that's all you have to say? That man at Brussels South in the black cashmere coat, he wasn't looking at you like a colleague. He was looking at you like you're a weapon that could go off any second.
Eliot, I'm going to say this one last time. You don't need to know everything. It will only get you killed.
Get me killed? So you'd rather keep me in the dark like an idiot? Let me stand there every day, staring at your back, guessing and guessing like a fool?
You don't trust me. That's what this is. I'll always be an outsider to you.
Eliot, that's not...
Don't touch me! You'd rather let me live in fear than tell me a single truth? If that's how it is, then what's the point of this? It's been a whole week since that disastrous dinner. Not a single message, not one phone call.
Eliot, what is going on with you lately? Yesterday, you nearly scalded a first-class passenger while pouring water, and today you filled out the reports wrong twice. Do you even want this job anymore?
Sorry, Lena. I guess I haven't been sleeping well lately.
Don't give me that. You and I both know what this is really about. What happened between you and Mr. Valeri? Not long ago, you two were inseparable. Couldn't stand to be apart even during shift changes. Now you're avoiding him like the plague.
Nothing happened. Really, there's nothing to talk about.
Eliot, I told you before, he isn't ordinary. I've worked on Eurostar for 8 years. In that time, I've seen every kind of driver. Meticulous ones, careless ones, ones with serious connections, but I have never met anyone like Marco Valeri. Haven't you noticed? He only ever works fixed routes from London to Brussels and Paris. He personally checks the final stage of every train inspection. Even the company's senior executives, whenever they see him, don't treat him like an employee. They treat him like someone they can't afford to offend. Someone important. On the continent, In certain circles, the name Valeri means something extremely dangerous, extremely powerful, and not even remotely legal.
You don't need to know everything.
Don't get in any deeper.
But can I still pull back? From the moment I first saw Marco in the staff corridor half a year ago, from the moment I put my hand in his without hesitation in the underground depot, from the moment I chose to walk toward him in the pouring Paris rain, I was already in too deep, completely trapped in a black mire called Marco Valeri, impossibly gentle and bottomless. It's the second week without any contact from Marco, and the insomnia is getting unbearable. My mind is full of that cold face, and Lena's warning keeps echoing in my ears. Don't get in too deep, they barely cheat. Sir, your coffee. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Sir, did I burn you? Is your laptop all right?
I'm fine. You should get that hand looked at first, young man. You look ill.
Eliot, what the hell are you doing? Are you really going to wreck your own life over a man who doesn't even trust you?
I can't tell you everything. My world is full of dark, ugly things, things that can't survive in the light. I didn't tell you because I didn't want any of it to stain what you see, or drag you into danger. But please believe me, what I feel for you is real. Eliot, with you, I'm real.
Weird. Ever since we made up on that rainy night, Marco still won't talk about his secrets, but he texts back super fast and is really sweet all the time. He's acting off. Wonder if something's going on with him.
Lena, I'm a bit thirsty. The minibank water's a rip-off. I'm gonna run down to the convenience store. Need anything?
I'm fine. Just get back early. The streets around here aren't exactly safe this late at night.
Got it. I'll be right back. Maybe he's here, dealing with those things I don't need to know about. Or maybe he's just fallen asleep in another room. Or gone out for a drink somewhere. Eliot, what the hell are you doing? You're losing it. What is he doing? Who are those? What's inside that case? Drugs? Weapons? Or something even worse?
The name Valeri means something remotely legal.
That look Marco just gave me. It was terrifying. Completely hollow, like he was looking at a dead man. He definitely saw me. He absolutely recognized me. It can't be. You said what we had was real. Who exactly did I fall in love with? The Marco who makes me coffee and waits for me in the rain, or Valeri, the man who tells me nothing, does God knows what in a basement and looks at the world with eyes like ice?
Eliot, are you sure you're all right? You look even worse than you did last night.
I'm fine, Lena. It may be an unfamiliar bed. Didn't sleep well. He looks exactly the same as always. The respected, flawless chief driver. Like nothing ever happened. As if everything that happened in the maintenance pit last night, that silver metal case, those terrifying eyes, was just some twisted hallucination. A nightmare born from exhaustion.
Tonight, this address, we talk.
What does he want to talk about? Possible. Is it about last night? Is he finally going to come clean? Or is this a trap? Lure me to some room? Get rid of the loose end who knows too much? I could just disappear from his world. Pretend last night never happened. Go back to my safe, boring, uneventful life. But I can't. I need the truth. No matter how dark it is, no matter how brutal, I need to hear it from his own lips. And I know perfectly well that from the moment I fell in love with him, there was no turning back. No one knows what's happening beneath this train's polished exterior. None of these quiet passengers would ever a man imagine what terrible secrets the man driving him is hiding. His presence is a weight I can't shake, like an invisible net, vast, unbreakable, pressing down on me so hard I can barely breathe. I don't know. What is he doing here?
Are you insane? We're in motion! Why aren't you in the driver's cabin? Can your co-driver even manage alone?
He'll be fine on full autopilot. Right now, we have something more important to deal with.
Deal with what? Me? Deal with me? The witness?
Last night, you saw something you shouldn't have seen.
I didn't see anything. I was just looking for a vending machine.
A vending machine in the underground maintenance pit.
Don't come any closer. Let go of me! There are passengers right outside. If I scream...
You won't scream. If you wanted to scream, you would have called the police the moment I saw you last night.
So what now? You locked the door? Are you going to kill me in this crew compartment?
If I wanted you dead, you never would have walked out of Brussels South last night. You can hate me, but you can't run from me, Eliot.
Get off me, you liar! Let me go. What the hell are you?
He's got me pinned like this, brutal, unyielding, and yet his heat, the sheer force of him, instead of revulsion. My body is betraying me, trembling, wanting. I should be terrified of you.
Then keep being terrified.
Could I get a hot tea, please? Of course, ma'am. Mind the heat.
Sit down. Let's talk. I'll stand right here and hear how the Eurostar's flawless chief driver turned out to be a criminal doing underground deals with gangsters. The Valeri family controls one of the largest cross-border smuggling networks in Europe.
Lena mentioned that name. She warned me, told me not to fall too deep.
She's a smart woman, but you didn't listen.
Because I trusted you like an idiot! Tell me, what are you smuggling?
Narcotics, rare artifacts, high-value electronics, everything the black market wants. Illegal, untraceable, immensely profitable. It's all on our manifest.
On this train? With thousands of innocent passengers on board every single day?
The Eurostar is the perfect golden route. It crosses Britain, France, and Belgium, with almost no rigorous border check along the entire line.
That's impossible. Every arrival and departure goes through customs and security. How'd you get anything past them?
The train's undercarriage has hidden equipment chambers. The ventilation ducts have been modified. As long as I, the driver, provide the exact docking position and timing, custom snapper dogs won't detect a thing.
And you? Becoming a train driver with that perfect safety record and professionalism that never slips.
All a cover. It was the family's plan. This job, this uniform, this route. From the very first day I put it on, it was part of an immense criminal network.
Then what about me? You came after me. All those things you did, making me fall so hard for you, was that part of your perfect cover too? Am I just another tool to hide who you really are?
No, you were never part of the plan. You were the accident.
An accident? A loose end who might expose all your secrets, is that what you mean? That's why the way you looked at me last night was so terrifying. What were you thinking at that moment? How to kill me? How to shut me up for good?
If I wanted you dead, you wouldn't be standing here talking to me right now. I told you, there are things you don't need to know. Knowing them won't do you any good.
Well, now I know. So what are you going to do with me? Lock me up in here? Or call those thugs to finish me off?
I'm giving you one last chance. The door isn't locked. You can walk out right now.
What's that supposed to mean?
Go back to your flat. Show up tomorrow like nothing happened. Pretend tonight was a dream and we'd never met.
And the pit last night? I saw the deal!
I'll handle it. No one will come after you. Your life will go back to the way it was. Safe, clean, no danger.
If I walk out that door, I walk away from this dangerous man for good. Away from this bottomless criminal whirlpool. You think you can control everything, don't you? You'd really just let me go?
Go. As far as you can.
Who the hell gave you the right? You turned my life upside down. You made me fall for you like some idiot, completely hopelessly in love. And now you want to pretend nothing happened? Kick me out and play the good guy?
Eliot, if you stay, what's waiting for you is hell.
A life without you is the real hell. I've made my choice.
You don't have to bring all this old stuff. There are new ones at the apartment.
My grandmother left this for me. Not everything can be replaced with something new just because you've got smuggling money to throw around.
Go pack the bathroom stuff. I'll tape up the boxes.
Everything here is too clean, like a showroom nobody's ever lived in.
You can make it look lived in now. To celebrate your move.
Celebrate me officially becoming an accomplice to a ranking member of a criminal empire.
To celebrate the fact that you're safe. From now on, this is your home.
Home. Built on smuggling and lies?
A home with just the two of us.
If one day your family decides I'm a threat, will this home become my grave?
As long as I'm alive, no one will hurt you.
I know I'm walking step by step towards an abyss I can't climb out of, but this is the choice I made. I hope you remember those words. Marco is the only one who knows the code to this door. I can't open it. Not on my own. Not even a cat could squeeze through this. When I was a kid, I had a canary. The cage was big, too. It had a little wooden swing and a clean water dispenser. But that bird never once flew past those thin metal bars. There are eyes like this in every corner of the apartment. If Marco wants to watch, he can see everything I do. Anytime, right from his phone. Enough cash for all my daily expenses. Groceries, clothes, meals. Marco says cash is safest because it leaves no card records in the banking system. No one can trace where I've been. This isn't protection. This is captivity. You lock me up in here, give me money, give me nice clothes, and this is what you call safe?
I'm standing in one of the most expensive apartments in London. I have a life of luxury I never dared to dream of. I even have a man I love, who loves me back.
But I can't get out. I've become exactly what he made me. A canary locked inside a gilded cage. Hey, Lena?
Eliot, where have you been these past few days? HR says you took extended leave. Are you okay?
I'm fine, I just need some time off.
You moved, didn't you? The landlord said you ended your old lease. Eliot, did you move in with him?
Lena, thanks for caring about me. But I'm really fine. I can't tell her. I can't drag anyone else into this hell. This cage, rotting inside it, is mine alone to bear. So this is the real core of the Valeri family, a dark empire hidden away in the outskirts of London.
Don't be nervous. Just stay close to me.
It's him, the terrifying man from the Brussels South platform, the one Marco was speaking to in code.
Uncle.
So this is the accident you've brought home.
Good evening, Mr. Valeri.
I hope you know exactly what you're doing, Marco. Don't make the family pay the price for your weakness.
That's him, the supreme ruler of this vast criminal empire.
Don't be scared. Just eat.
This is the finest food in the world, but I can't taste a single thing. Every bite feels like chewing on broken glass. Every word they speak carries a threat disguised as small talk. Every polite pleasantry feels like a test, a way of mapping the boundaries of power.
Marco, this time you've brought home something different.
Hello.
Cara familia. The previous ones were never quite so clean.
He is my bottom line. You'd better behave yourself.
What did you say?
Nothing. Just told her you're my bottom line and that she should watch her mouth.
It's the first time he's ever defended me like that in front of so many people, so directly. But the more he protects me, the more it tells me just how dangerous this place really is.
Marco, that Eastern European, Vor KO, he's been making moves lately. You'd be wise to focus more on business and less on wasting time with this little train attendant.
I know what I'm doing, Uncle.
You know? If you truly knew, you wouldn't have brought a loose end like this into the estate. Mr. Walker, if I were you, I'd run. Far and fast. A seat at the Valeri table isn't so easy to keep.
A loose end, so that's what I am to them. Crack in the foundation, a liability that could bring this whole empire crashing down. Marco, can I really survive in this family?
As long as I'm here, no one will treat you like a liability.
But what if even you can't protect me? When that day comes, what do I do then? This is probably my only freedom now. Walking through a crowd, pretending I'm still that ordinary Eliot, the one who used to worry about making ends meet. I used to run around 3 different shops just to save £2. Now Marco's draw cash could buy out this entire aisle.
Mr. Walker, we need to have a word.
I don't know you. I've got nothing to say.
We know you're living in Canary Wharves now. And we know about your relationship with Marco Valeri.
You know what he's doing, Mr. Walker. What the Valeri family have been running on the Eurostar, and it's enough to put him away for life.
He's just a driver!
A driver with a £1 million car, a penthouse apartment, and a private family militia on call?
Here to make trouble for you, Mr. Walker. In fact, we're here to ask for your help. Right now, you're the only person who can get inside his private life without raising suspicion.
The Valeri family is in decline. There are plenty of people who want them dead. Stay with him, and the only thing waiting for you is a grave right beside his.
When you've made up your mind, call us. We can offer you witness protection. A real life, a safe one.
Witness protection. A real life. A safe one. Are they asking me to betray him?
Marco built me a home. But now I'm holding a ticking bomb, powerful enough to blow that home to pieces.
It's me. Talk.
Something's wrong in his voice. In all these months, I've never seen that look on his face.
Vaffanciolo. Non mi piace questo gioco. Va bene.
What's going on? Is it something with your family?
Worse than that. There's an Eastern European syndicate, Voronov. They've started moving in on our route.
Voronov?
Lunatics. They don't play by any rules, only territory. They want to rip control of the Eurostar line away from the Valeri family. I just got word Vorkov's people have already made contact with several of our long-term clients.
What do they want?
Threats? Bribes? They're telling those clients that if they don't switch their business to Voronov, they'll leak everything about the hidden compartments to customs. Or worse, plan a bomb.
This isn't just family infighting anymore. Is this war?
Eliot, for the time being, you cannot go out alone. Not even to the supermarket.
Would they really come after me?
Voronov's people are experts at finding an opponent's weak spot. And you're my only one. Listen to me. Whatever happens, stay inside this apartment. It has the highest level of security there is.
What about you? Are you going to negotiate with them?
The Valeri family doesn't negotiate. We handle things. We clean up the garbage.
Marco, you look so cold right now. The gentle driver who held an umbrella for me in the rain is gone. The man standing in front of me now is the ruthless Valeri Ear. After all this time together, why does it still feel like I'm seeing you for the first time?
Marco is in danger, and I'm hiding a police card in my pocket. If I show him the card, will he protect me or will he think I've already betrayed him? And if I keep it hidden?
Lately, the company's been hiring new ground crew for the Brussels sector. One of them is called Dimitri, around 30, short dark hair.
Dimitri always wears this eager, warm smile. It only took him a few days to get chummy with everyone across every shift. This guy shows up way too often, and he always manages to be exactly where Marco's assigned.
Mr. Walker! Pretty hot day for Brussels, isn't it? Here, have some water.
Thanks. I'm not thirsty.
These back-to-back shifts are brutal, huh? I hear Captain Valeri is insanely strict about inspections. Must be rough on you guys in the crew, too.
Marco, Captain Valeri has always been very professional. Those are from a blade or a bullet. What kind of ordinary station ground gear worker carries scars like that?
Professional. Yeah, on this line, if you're not professional enough, things go very wrong, very fast.
His friendliness feels rehearsed, like a not very good actor trying way too hard to play the part of the helpful colleague. Marco, that new ground crew guy, Dimitri, have you noticed him at all?
Just another new baggage handler.
Something's off about him. He's got old scars on his hands, and he's always hanging around on your shifts. He's been asking me questions. About you.
What kind of questions?
Nothing specific, just casual talk. But I get this feeling like he's probing, testing.
Stay away from him. From now on, don't speak to him at all.
Is he from Voronkov's group?
I'll deal with it. Just remember to do your job, nothing more. Stay out of everything else.
Voronev's people have already infiltrated the station. Marco says he'll deal with it. But how? And how much longer can we keep pretending life is normal, standing on a powder keg that could blow at any second?
This thing's painfully slow, isn't it? I heard it's getting a full overhaul next week.
Is it? I wouldn't know. He got into this elevator on purpose. Had to be.
I noticed Captain Valeri's schedule got adjusted next month. Looks like all late shifts. Overnight freight add-ons?
Late shifts. Overnight freight runs. The easiest times to move cargo without anyone noticing.
No ordinary station ground crew worker would ever care about a specific driver's roster, let alone know the details of internal schedule changes. He's targeting Marco. No question now.
I wouldn't know anything about that. Driver rosters are assigned directly by dispatch. The crew isn't authorized to ask.
Oh, is that right? I just figured, you two being so close and all, thought he'd tell you everything.
He was fishing for your schedule. That's about the gist of it.
I understand. I'll deal with it.
Marco, he's not even trying to hide it anymore. What the hell does Vor KO want?
This is not for you to worry about.
I'm going to run to the supermarket. We're out of milk.
No need. I'll have someone deliver it.
It's just the supermarket downstairs.
I said no need.
You set my phone to share my location in real time?
It's not safe out there lately.
Are you listening to my calls too?
It's for your safety.
I want so badly to tell her. I'm losing my mind. His protection is a net. Seamless. Airtight. I need a normal life.
You haven't.
This isn't something you can fix by just saying that. Marco, I haven't set foot outside that door in 7 days.
Your normal life will get you killed. You have no idea what Varenko's people are like. They don't play by any rules. They will do whatever it takes to seize power. If you step outside right now, you become their best leverage against me.
Then let me know! Tell me everything! Tell me what kind of filthy business you're really running. Tell me what Dimitri is after.
I'm not some bird you keep in a cage. Marco, I'm a living person.
How do I tell you, my Eliot? Do I tell you Voronev's men have already followed you? There's a mole inside the family? You're too fragile for this. How could you possibly bear it?
He doesn't trust me. He'd rather lock me up, imprison me under the name of protection, than let me share any of the burden. Don't touch me.
Forgive me, Eliot. Everything I do is to protect you.
Get off me! I said don't touch me!
Where could you possibly run to? Do you really think you can leave me now? Bite. Let it all out, Eliot. Every last drop of your rage. If this is what it takes to ease your pain, I'll bear all of it. All your anger, all your hate.
I hate myself for being nothing but a puppet in this relationship. No strength, no fight left. And I hate myself even more for this, even after all his lies. Even after he locked me inside this gilded cage, I still can't leave him. Every fight, every act of rage, every rebellion, they all end the same way. Brutal, humiliating. I let my body surrender just to buy a few moments of numbness.
Eliot, I know exactly what's in your heart. We're just two animals in the dark, licking each other's wounds, then tearing each other open again. Trapped. Bound together inside this prison called love.
Marco, what's happened?
Voronen's people, they've made their move.
What did they do?
They've stopped testing us. Last night, 2 of the Valeri family's most critical middlemen on the Eurostar line both met with accidents. One in Paris, one in Brussels, a car crash, and a so-called home invasion.
They killed people?
In Vorkin's dictionary, there's no negotiation either, only clearing obstacles. This is their most extreme play yet, to rip control of this golden route away from us for good. And the people they've sent to approach the rest of the family's business partners. They're offering very generous terms. Even inside the family now, some are starting to waver.
Inside the family? Your uncle, Stefano? I always thought the Valeri family was an unshakable fortress, but this is the first time I've seen something close to fear on this man's face. This threat is beyond anything that's come before.
Eliot, listen to me. From this moment on, no matter who knocks, no matter what happens, you do not set one foot outside this apartment.
Voronov is killing people. The family is tearing itself apart from within. Marco, do you really think you can still protect me, standing on top of a powder tank that's about to blow? This is an extremely private clinic, the kind that caters exclusively to high-net-worth clients. Marco was worried about my health. He booked me in for a full checkup. It's one of the very few legitimate outings he ever allowed me.
Don't move, Mr. Walker. The situation is deteriorating. Voronov's people have already infiltrated. You're running out of time.
Someone inside the family has turned? Who? Stefano? One of those relatives who smiled and raised a glass to Marco at that dinner? Does Marco even know? If the people closest to him are betraying him, what do I do? Show this to Marco? If I do, hell no, I've been in contact with the police. Will he think I've betrayed him? But if I don't tell him, Voronov's people will get him. Or his own family will.
I have to choose. I can't wait any longer.
Marco rarely lets me out. A half-hour walk near the apartment. This might be my only chance, the only moment I have to decide.
Mr. Walker.
It's me. I read everything you gave me.
Time is running out, Mr. Walker. If you're willing to cooperate, we can guarantee your absolute safety.
I need to know one thing first.
Go ahead.
If I cooperate, Valti. Marco Valti. What happens to him?
That depends on him. If he resists arrest, if he tries to fight back. Mr. Walker, I think you know what kind of criminal we're dealing with here.
Knowing Marco, there's no way he'd go quietly.
Mr. Walker, are you still there? What's your decision?
I understand. I can't do it. I can't be the one to send him to his death. Even if he's a criminal. Even if he kept me caged. I already made my choice. If this is how it is, then we'll go to hell together.
The end is near. These coordinates. It's a remote substation near the UK side exit of the Channel Tunnel. That's my freight run. The last train. The exact moment we clear the tunnel mouth.
This isn't just a threat, it's a declaration. Arrogant, precise, lethal. Vorogov is telling the entire Valeri family that they can find me. Anytime, anywhere, and destroy me.
Voronov. Want to end this in the tunnel? Fine. I'll give you exactly what you're asking for. Alert everyone. Maximum security level. We have a problem.
This is a declaration of war!
What does that tell you?
It tells you our informants inside Eurostar, our entire line of defense have been compromised, riddled with holes!
This is psychological warfare. They want us to panic.
Psychological warfare? They murdered our middleman in Paris.
Brother, Voronov is serious this time. Their threat has reached a level we absolutely cannot ignore.
I propose we immediately suspend all transport operations on this route. At least 1 month. Retreat to safety. Focus on rooting out the mole inside the family first.
Absolutely not.
If we retreat now, we will show Vornikov and every underworld power in Europe that this family is weak. It will give them nothing but openings.
Weak? So you'd rather march into that tunnel with the family's last high-grade shipment and get yourself killed? Is that your idea of courage?
They want us afraid.
They want us hiding. We spent 10 years building this road. If we give it up today, we will never get it back. You're gambling the family's entire future on your laughable pride!
Enough. This is your route, Marco. You decide. But remember this. You will bear the consequences yourself.
Understood. Mr. Valeri. I take it you received our little invitation.
Say what you came to say. Mr. Vorkonsko's patience has its limits. This is the final ultimatum.
Hand over all transport routes and time staples for this quarter's new shipments, plus the location of the highest purity sample batch. And if I don't?
Then? See you in the tunnel.
Wait for me then.
Oh, I will, Valeri. I'll be waiting for you. Right there in the tunnel.
Voronov's people have spread through this depot like a virus. I can't trust the inspections to anyone else. This is the last shipment of high-grade product. My father made it clear. It must get through. Voronin wants to hijack it. I'll make sure they can't even catch its scent.
Sir, the ducks are clear.
Good. Tell the men. Tonight's escort setup is completely re-rushed. Our people only.
Understood.
Independent monitors, signal jammers sourced from a retired tech specialist. If Vorkovich to detonate any radio-controlled device inside that tunnel, these will leave them blind and deaf.
He's pouring everything he has into building these defenses, trying to keep all the danger out. But against those murderous lunatics, can one man really hold the line? Marco, rest for a while.
Almost done, just a little more.
You're going to win, right?
I'll clean it all up. And then...
And then what? Walk away from all of this? Or are we both going to be torn apart inside that tunnel? Tomorrow is the deadline. Voringin's ultimatum. The tunnel. A game of life and death. Something terrible is about to happen, isn't it?
Tomorrow, whatever happens, remember one thing.
What?
You're the only person in this world who's ever made me feel regret.
Regret? What does he regret? I didn't understand. Not then. I thought he meant he regretted this doomed, tragic thing between us. What Marco regret was someone Bryce. Someone who had a normal life, and pulling him down into the Valeri family's darkness, where there is no return.
Bonsoir, monsieur. Votre siège est au 3e rang, place A. They're taking in every passenger, every surveillance camera, every possible point of cover. They're not looking at the train. They're assessing the environment, reading the people. Strange. A long-haul international trip like this and they have no luggage, nothing. And their eyes. Normal passengers look for their seats. They glance out the windows. But these three, they're scanning like wolves. Sharp, systematic.
That wasn't small talk. They were syncing their watches, confirming the operation time. Vorov and its men. They're really on board. And they're armed.
Marco, the storm is really here.
Voronov, you actually dared to come aboard. At 300 kilometers per hour, no one gets off this train. Either you reach the terminal alive, or we all shatter together inside that tunnel. Let the games begin.
Six. At least 6 heavily armed men. This train is already surrounded.
I'm here.
Armed men on board. At least 6. 3 in the back of first class. 2 in the middle carriage. And Dmitri, he's in the very last row of the rear carriage. Last seat. No luggage. None of them. They're all wearing oversized coats. Underneath. They've got to be hiding something. Marco. Their eyes, I've seen thousands of passengers, but their eyes are different. It's the kind of look that only people who've killed who've done this before have.
Understood. Stay in the service area. Lock the door. No matter what you hear, do not come out.
Then what about you? There's 6 of them. They're going to...
"15 minutes to the Channel Tunnel. Are you ready, Valeri?"
Mesdames et messieurs, nous allons entrer dans le tunnel sous la Manche, d'une longueur de 37 km.
La réception de vos téléphones portables sera temporairement interrompue.
It's starting.
Broadcast! Tell them all to shut up!
Attention passengers, please remain in your seats. Stay calm. Everything is fine.
Marco, they've taken the middle carriages. Lena's been taken hostage. Dmitri, he's heading toward the front. With one other. They're coming for your shipment. If I just hide here, it's only going to get worse out there. Voronchik's men don't care if innocent people live or die. Stay low, sir, ma'am, and keep quiet. Don't look at them. It'll be over soon.
You don't think about anything. You just drive. Understood. No matter what happens, do not stop. Do not slow down. First target, the equipment room entrance in the middle carriage. There'll be someone there, a lookout, the one jamming our communications.
Davor, the goods, front of the train, 15 minutes.
15 minutes? You won't last one.
Don't be afraid. Keep your heads down. Stay as close to the floor as you can, and don't make a sound.
Are they going to kill us?
I promise you, we're going to be all right. Now listen to me. Close your eyes.
Who the hell do you think you are, huh? Trying to play hero? Who the hell? A worthless tray jopper. You've got some nerve pulling stunts right under my nose. Ah, my eyes!
This is my only chance. If he recovers, I'm dead. I did it. I actually took him down. I have to keep moving. I have to keep going. Marco, where are you? Just hold on. I'm coming.
The driver's cabin is just ahead. I need to move faster. They've probably already started on the shipment.
There's movement up there! Gotta be a rat hiding in the crawl space! Smash it open!
Damn it. They've made me. This route is blown. Huh?
Let's go. Yeah.
Well, well. A big rat. Fast. He's trained.
Down!
Too slow.
Блин, что там происходит? Keep your eyes on these sheep. Don't move a muscle. I'm checking the rear. Anyone so much as twitches, shoot them dead.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir. Got it.
Le mani ti tremano, ragazzo. Neapolitan. Definitely a Neapolitan accent.
Tu sai parlare! Zitto! Non parlare!
You're not one of Vorenkov's men, are you? You're from Naples. How much did they pay you to come here and die?
I said shut up! One more word and I'll shoot!
Does your family know what you're doing? If they knew you were here, killing innocent people, what would your mother think?
I don't know. They said it was just to scare people. They never said anything about killing. What's happening? Oh, what's happening?
Now. Attention everyone! This is Chief Attender Lena. Armed hostiles are being neutralized from the rear. Stay down!
Stay clear of the aisles. We will get you home safely. This is your captain speaking. Please remain seated.
Well done, Lena.
Armed hostiles are being neutralized from the rear. Stay down. Stay clear of the aisles. We will get you home safely.
Damn it. How is this possible? The plan is blown!
Boss, what do we do now? Still heading for the cabin? Forget the cabin. If the Valeri family wants to play rough, then we flip the table. Flip the table?
Change of plan. We're heading to car 5. We will find Valeri's shipment. If we can't take it with us, we blow it, along with every last one of these damn passengers.
A terrorist attack inside the tunnel. Mr. Vorkunov doesn't keep failed pawns. Even if we die, we pin this on the Valeri family's name forever.
That is it. Pry it open.
Goodbye, Valeri. You're too late, Marco Valeri. You think you've won? One twitch of my finger, and everything you fought so hard to protect becomes a pile of ash, right along with this train. Is that so? Go on then, press it.
You think this stops anything?
The Valeri family trained you well, like a good little dog.
Save your breath.
He's no amateur. Can't let him set the pace. Game over. One last step. Don't fall now. Voronov's people. They always did build their bombs the same crude way. It's over.
You did it. You really did it.
I told you. Everything was under control.
Damn it! Move!
Who is this guy? He took down Voronov's men. Alone? Who are you?
Marco Valeri, Eurostar trainee driver. The merchandise you're looking for? Fully intact.
The Valeri family.
Now, can someone call an ambulance? I'm a little tired. My name is Marco Valeri. As a formal member of the Valeri family, I participated in its cross-border smuggling operations for over a decade.
Mr. Valeri, have you lost your mind? Do you know what you're saying? Remain silent. You have the right to remain silent. I'll handle the bail. I'll get you out right now.
I now voluntarily waive my right to remain silent. I am prepared to serve as a cooperating witness. I will testify fully against the Valeri family and the Voronov syndicate. All criminal activities, all financial networks.
Mr. Valeri, do you understand what you're saying? This means betraying your family. You will face severe retaliation. Your life will be in danger.
I'm not finished. This is the only thing left I can do for you, my little canary. Only by severing my past completely can you ever truly be safe. My testimony comes with one absolute condition.
What condition?
Eliot Walker, the attendant. He knew nothing of the smuggling operations. He never participated in any illegal transactions. He is an innocent party, completely untainted. All investigations, interrogations, and surveillance targeting him ends today. Now, you will not touch a single hair on his head. Otherwise, you won't get a word from me.
Take him.
You bastard. Why did you do that? You could have run.
Don't be afraid. Fly now. Go live the life you were meant to live.
Regarding the prosecution's 27 felony charges, including organizing and participating in cross-border smuggling and money laundering, how do you plead?
Guilty. And I will submit all relevant ledgers, communication records, and secret account keys.
Traitor! You'll burn in hell for this! Stop it! Valeri!
Order!
In light of the defendant Marco Valeri's provision of critical intelligence, leading into the dismantling of both the Valeri family and Voronov syndicate smuggling networks, the prosecution recommends a protective custody arrangement.
Under the plea agreement, you will be confined to a designated area, required to wear an electronic ankle monitor at all times, and subject to 24-hour surveillance. Do you accept these terms? To do that, will you?
I accept, as long as I keep my life. As long as he stays safe, it was all worth it.
Mr. Walker, this is our fourth conversation. Are you telling me you truly knew nothing about Marco Valeri's smuggling network?
I'll say it one last time. I'm just a train attendant. I didn't know what was in his bags. I never knew where his money came from.
But you lived together. Canary Watch, one of the most expensive addresses in London. He even gave you the door code. Are you seriously telling us there was nothing on tour between you?
If you have evidence, arrest me now. If you don't, stop this endless interrogation.
Mr. Walker, we've thoroughly cleared your background. There is indeed no evidence linking you to the smuggling operations. You're free to go. This is the order lifting all restrictions. As of now, you're free.
Free? Without him? Why does this so-called freedom feel so unbearably hollow?
Walker, the company has been briefed on your situation. While the police didn't press charges, the whole matter has generated considerable negative fallout internally.
I know. That's why I'm resigning.
Your ID badge, uniform insignia, all access cards. Hand them over, please.
This train. I've finally reached my stop.
Hey, Eliot. Wind's really something today, eh?
Sure is. Be careful out there, old George.
Good job, young man. This dispatcher gig, you've taken to it faster than I expected.
Thanks, Station Master. The pace here is slow. I like it.
Pays not much, but the cost of living's low. And best of all, no stiff uniforms to squeeze into.
No forced smiles. No watching for gun barrels hiding in every shadow.
Eliot! Fresh basil, just picked. Want a bunch? Perfect with those tomatoes for a pasta.
Gorgeous. I'll take a bunch. And a few onions too. Clock in, clock out, market on the weekends. This quiet, simple life. Once, I didn't even dare dream of it.
Sometimes, the silence here tricks me.
You've cut every tie. Why am I still holding on to this?
Who gave you the right to decide everything for me?
It's my birthday. This is the only thing you left behind.
Marco Valetti! You coward! You think I'd be grateful for this?
Marco, where are you right now?
Eliot, someone's here for you.
This early? Old George forgot something at the station again?
Not a fisherman. New face. Tall. Dressed pretty thin in this weather. Standing over there on the platform.
Are you coming or not?